fight call with Simba. I did a physical warm-up with some stretching, and now it's showtime.
My name is Adrienne Walker, and I am a Broadway performer. I want to share with you what I've learned about the business so far. Welcome to 32 Bar Cut. So for my debut, my parents came into town, my sister came into town. Austin wanted to be there, but he couldn't because he was doing War Paint in Chicago, where they did their first run of that show. He was the second keyboardist for War Paint, so he was not available. And two of my cousins who are from New York and based in New York came to my debut. And I got to the theater, I got set up as best I could, and it's all a blur. It's all a blur. I remember, it's so funny, it's the most nerve-wracking experience for you, but for everyone else, it's old hat. And they're just going to work like they do every day. And for you, it is a pivotal, life-changing moment. So I walked in and everyone was so kind and thoughtful. And I watched The Circle of Life from the back of the house. And then I did some stretching. I was having a lot of cramps with my calves because they just weren't used to moving like I had been asking them to for the past 4 weeks. And so I was nervous about them cramping on stage. So I had a lacrosse ball and I was stretching and massaging my legs with that. And then I went up to makeup, and makeup took a lot longer than I was expecting, so I was freaking out. And then I get downstairs and they call me into a last minute fight call at the intermission. So I put on my costume and I go out for the fight call, and I can't even remember if it went well or not, but we were just like, okay, well, we're going to do this show. And it just felt like a whirlwind of just do it, Adrienne, just get it done, just do your best, you can do this. And a constant reminder of that throughout. You can do this, you're gonna be okay. And I remember I ran out for my first line, and my first line, I run out and I run down a ramp and I say scar. And that's almost all I remember of my debut, is like walking on the stage. The only other part that I remember of that first performance is that there's a little bit between Timon and Pumbaa and Rafiki. It's called Who's the Monkey? And the joke is that that Timon and Pumbaa don't know who his uncle is. So they're like, is the monkey his uncle? Who's his uncle? And I totally botched the setup for the joke, and Fred saved me. Fred plays Timon. He completely saved me and just fixed it all up. I don't even remember what he said, and all was well. But those are the only 2 moments that I remember of my debut. And I remember taking my bow and trying not to slip, because they had me in these dancer shoes called gore boots, and they had no grip on the bottom. So I just remember reminding myself, don't fall. Now I have sneakers, which are great for not falling and great for athletic movement, but not as beautiful of a line as dancers would like. So yeah, that's about it. I'm sure that probably sounds so uneventful, but after the curtain call, everyone cheered. It was such a thrilling moment to be done and to have completed it, and knowing that I had a matinee the next day. My family met me at the stage door, and I brought them backstage and showed them, I gave them a little backstage tour.
Adrienne, it was so great.
I'm sorry it took me so long. And then I went out of the stage door, and there were some girls waiting to say hello, and I felt bad because they had been waiting for quite some time. And that was my first few autographs I signed as Nala. And then we all went to dinner, and I woke up the next day and did it all over again. And it was such a whirlwind experience, especially my first few months in the track, because I was also planning a wedding. Austin and I got married September 12th of 2016. And so my debut was that July. So I was planning my wedding from afar and getting acclimated to a new city and learning a new show and learning new people. I moved to New York knowing maybe about No, I knew more than 5 people, but I felt like I was starting over. And I think that those challenges were good for me at that time in my life. And I know that I'll probably experience that again. And that's it. I don't even know if that was exciting to watch or if I bored you to death, but it was a whirlwind experience, and I wouldn't change a thing because it was very topsy-turvy. It was topsy-turvy, and it wasn't this beautiful, picturesque experience at all. I cried a lot and had to motivate myself to get back and to stay committed and focused and hopeful and positive. It was hard. It was really, really hard. But we need hard experiences. We need challenging experiences to shape us, to mold us, to make us stronger. So I wouldn't change a thing. I'll see y'all next week.